Okay, second try. Maybe see if Inge can pop on again. Maybe I can even invite her. Zoeken. Yeah. Invite. Whoops. Let me see if we can get Inge on, because somehow it's not. Why is the screen not disappearing? Oh, there it is. Let me see if I can get Inge on. Ah, yeah, Inge. Now I can. You just have to. I just added you. You only have to accept the add. It's adding on top of my page. Hey, Lydia! How are you tonight? Hey, Morgan. I'm trying to add Inge to the call, but it's not working somehow. Inge, I hear something. Yes, there you are. Hi.
Yes. Hi.
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 It's so nice of you to want to join the live video about the bacteriophages.
So, yes, it is.
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting topic, is it?
Yes, it is. It really is.
Yeah, it really is interesting. So maybe for the viewers, maybe you can explain a little bit about yourself, who you are, where you're from, maybe what you do in daily life.
So, I'm a nurse and I'm living in Holland and I have a daughter on my own. So, so I'm a little distracted. And I had eczema for a long period. So, yeah, and suddenly family told me about the phage therapy. So
yeah, well, that's good. So when did you get eczema for the first time in your life?
I think it was for the first time, yeah, maybe 20 years ago.
Oh, that's a long time. And did you get it on your hands right away, or different spots? Or
Yes, no, only on the hands. So
only on the hands,
like bladders and
blisters, like
blisters on the
blisters.
hand, yeah.
Okay, and can you prescribe to us how it feels on your hands? It's like a
Yeah, it
burning
was very
sensation.
itchy.
Yeah.
And burning, and it only gets worse.
Okay, and were there like things like that you were doing that making it worse, or was it like all the time it was there and didn't matter what you were doing?
Didn't matter what I was doing.
Okay, it was like there all the time.
No, it was like it was like some periods. So a couple of weeks a couple of months, and it every year it get more worse.
Yeah, yeah. And I guess that you saw some dermatologists about that. Can you tell a little bit about the dermatologist? How many did you see, and what did they
Yes, I saw
prescribe?
four of them in different cities, and each of them told me another story, or oh, it's a perfume, you are allergic of perfume, or yeah. So, and there was also a doctor who said, oh, you're allergic to paprika, green paprika.
Peppers, yeah,
Yeah, peppers,
green,
yes.
green peppers.
So it was, yeah, and I never eat them. So it was really strange.
Yeah, yeah. Doctors can say a lot of different things with skin diseases. I have the same thing. I've been to so many dermatologists, and every dermatologist basically they say something different, but they prescribe the same. That's actually
Yes.
a lot of things that are happening in dermatology world. So, did they prescribe any medicine to you for your eczema?
Um, for a long time they didn't, but 2 years ago it was that worse that I could not go further without any medicine. So they gave me prednisone, and it was very heavy. So, and beside the prednisone, they tried to find some other medication or other medicine that that will work, and then we stop with the prednisone. But each time I stopped with the prednisone, it came back. The eczema came back, and it was really really bad.
Did they maybe also prescribe hormone or steroid creams for you? Because I know that's a
Yes.
thing they do a lot.
Yes, they do it a lot. That was the other years. They gave me the steroid cream, or how do you say it? Ointment. It's
Yeah,
like ointment.
yeah.
And yeah, nothing works. Nothing works.
Only the
Only the
prednisone worked.
prednisone did work. Yes.
And did you have any side effects from the prednisone?
Yes, a lot. So my face was totally swollen, and my body also. And I had a lot of pain in my. I still have a lot of pain in my body. So and other medication, other medicine. Yeah, some medicine didn't do anything. It only
Like
made.
antibiotics. You told me you also took antibiotics, right?
Yes, but also cyclosporine or Cicorin, Toctino. By Toctino, I was really, really sick, so I took it to a 2 o'clock in the yeah, what is overdag?
Yeah, on the day.
Yeah, on the
During the
day.
day.
So and
2 p.m.
yes, and then at 8 o'clock in the evening, I was on the hospital.
Oh.
So I had to throw up a lot because the Toctino pills, yeah, were that heavy that I immediately my body wants to rid of the Toctino
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
medication. So and a different kind of medication I tried, and then I was very sick, and I also had heartbeat problems, and I still have. So it was very bad,
I
and
actually had
nothing
the
worked. And
exact. I had exactly the same with prednisone. I've taken 2 doses of prednisone for my hidradenitis suppurativa, and the first time it was great. It was like my hidradenitis was gone. I was like, "Wow, hallelujah! This is a miracle drug for me."
yes,
No side effects whatsoever. But the second time I took it, I was so ill that after 5 days I just gave up.
yeah.
Tessa is saying that she also took Toctino and that she also got pretty sick of it.
So the Toctino is really heavy.
Yeah, I didn't take that, but I did take the prednisone, and I also thought that was like a really heavy medication. So many side effects at the end that my doctor said, okay, you're too young. We're not going to go on with the prednisone. We have to stop it because
Yes,
it's not good enough, good for you.
they told me the same, but yeah, I was hysterical. I thought I cannot live without prednisone, but it
Yeah.
was too bad.
Yeah, yeah, I fully understand. So then you learned about bacteriophages. Can you tell us a little bit what was the first time that you heard about bacteriophages?
I believe it was 2 years ago. A neighbor of me, she told me about it, and but yeah, I was trying a lot of other things. So and Georgia is so far away. So I thought,
Yeah,
I am visiting a new dermatologist, and I thought maybe uh, I have to remember it for, or I have to keep it in mind for later or something. But
it's exactly the same with me. When I heard about
I
bacteriophages,
think
it was
it is
like
2 years ago.
maybe, yeah, for me it was 2 years ago. 2 years ago, it was the first time that the Dutch television program, Doctors van Morgen, Doctors from Tomorrow, aired about the bacteriophages. They spoke to a lot of people that were traveling to Tbilisi for bacteriophage treatments, and also about the few studies that are being done on bacteriophages in the Netherlands and in the rest of the world. So yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting too, but I was the same as you. In the beginning, I was like, well, I don't know. I will go to a dermatologist first, a new
Yes,
one. And yeah, for me, it was the same. I was a little bit skeptical as well. Yeah,
it's
for me,
more
it was
like
the same.
it was more because of it is that far away, and I was trying I was visiting another dermatologist, and I thought they were listening, but they weren't listening at all. So then for I believe 2 years I didn't keep it in mind. So I tried a lot of things, and nothing will work out. Would what is it? Wilde?
Nothing would work out. Yeah.
Nothing would work out. So, and then in the beginning of this year, so in the month February,
Mm-hmm.
it was my daughter's birthday, and family was coming, and they told me about the TV program Doctors van Morgen, and they told me what they saw in that program, and
That was the second show, right? Where they also aired
yes,
about using the staph effect
yes,
on the bacterial skin disease with eczema, right?
yes, and
Yeah.
and it was quite a coincidence because before they told me, I heard some wat is reclame eigenlijk? Or yeah,
Commercial.
yeah, a sort of a commercial about Gladskin,
Yeah.
and also a link with Doctors van Morgen. So I knew it was not. I knew I thought it must be good.
Yeah.
So, but I heard it, but I did nothing with the information. So, and then the information came from different sites. So, from different corners, the information
Just a second. We have a
coming.
question from Morgan. Morgan is asking, what is this TV program? Morgan, on the Dutch television, we have a TV program. It's called Doctors of Tomorrow, Doctors van Morgen. That's the Dutch pronouncement. It's called Doctors of Tomorrow. And it's in this TV program, they are talking about many scientific new things for Western medicine to use on different kinds of diseases. So they speak to a lot of scientists, they speak to a lot of patients who are having problems, they speak to pharmaceutical companies in that program about new kinds of treatments or old treatments that are like renewed. And they aired 2 times now about the bacteriophage treatment. And this is how many people from the Netherlands learned about this treatment. And there were also questions for our government, and our government is also kind of working on getting this more available to the mainstream. So the last clip I sent you, Morgan, in PM, it was in Dutch, but with the English subtitles, that documentary, that's the program Doctors from Tomorrow. So, and she is from the Netherlands. Inge is from the Netherlands. I think you're from
Yes.
Den Haag, right? Or not? Where
Oh,
are you from?
me.
Yeah?
Zoetermeer, near Den Haag.
Near Den Haag. Yeah, from the Netherlands as well, just as me. So you were telling about your first when you learned about Gladskin. I talk a little bit about what Gladskin is for the people who don't know it.
Yes.
Gladskin is a product made by a Dutch pharmaceutical company called Micreos, and Micreos is working with the enzymes out of bacteriophages to use them in creams for acne, for rosacea, and for eczema. And they are using the bacteriophages enzyme. That enzyme is actually the part of a bacteriophage that does the ultimate kill, that cuts open the bacteria, and then as soon as the bacteria is cut open, it's like a dead bug. It doesn't do anything anymore. And with many people who have eczema, the Staphylococcus aureus, also known as the MRSA, only the MRSA is like the multi-resistant form of the Staphylococcus aureus. It's a bit complicated story, but the Staphylococcus aureus is a big problem with many people who have eczema. And also some people who have like HS have those, also sometimes they find those bacteria in their inflammations, but also with rosacea. So staph effect is the working ingredient in Gladskin. This is the product we are talking about now, and it's the product that Inge is now going to tell about her experience about using the Gladskin. It's available on the internet. So Inge, can you tell us about the Gladskin product? You tried it.
Yes. Now, first of all, I was um, 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 taking less of the prednisone. So because I had to stop prednisone anyway. So and my hands became worse again. So then um, yeah, I heard about Gladskin, and a friend of mine, good friend of mine, she bought it immediately on the internet, and I used it, and I, it cost 2 or 3 days, and my hands were totally soft and not red anymore, and yeah, it became better in a couple of days. So it was really, yeah, unbelievable. So, and this could be a bacterial issue. So, yeah, I tried it, and the skin, it gets better. Then we have also contact with a woman who also helps Dutch people. Yeah,
Yeah,
visit.
there are a few people in the Netherlands who guide the Dutch people who want to go to the Eliava clinic, and they help them with the contact with the clinic. They help them with getting an apartment and how to book a flight and all those kinds of things. So you came into contact with Lies, I think?
Yes, Liz, yes, I
Yes.
did. And so we sent some pictures to Eliava Clinic, or to Liz, and she sent it to Eliava. And yeah, they told Liz that I am welcome. And yeah, so in a couple of days, we decided to go to Georgia.
Yeah. Yeah, it went pretty fast with you. I'm waiting for now a month and a half to go there and raising the money, but you were fortunate enough to have the money quite fast and to go
Yes.
there within a couple of days, right?
Yes, it's really ridiculous. So I thought how so I have so much lovely friends also that yeah, my daughter yeah, could stay at home, and friends of my neighbor stayed in my house, and yeah, and yeah, nothing was in the way, nothing was yeah, in
Almost like it's meant to be.
yes.
It was very easy for you.
No, yeah, sort of. I have to do it. So that
Yeah,
was very hard. But
yeah,
I went to Georgia on my own, and
yeah.
yeah, and we did it because of the Gladskin ointment. It was working that well. So yeah, it couldn't be something else than a bacterial infection.
Yeah, so you decided to go to the place where they know as much as possible about bacteriophages, and you went to the Eliava clinic in Georgia, Tbilisi, Georgia.
Yes.
Um, so what was the first day that you were, on which day was your first appointment? Do you remember the date?
Yes, I did. I can remember. Um, I landed in Georgia on the 2nd of
Mm-hmm.
March, and for the 4th of March, I had my first appointment.
Okay. And what was your first impression of the clinic and the doctors?
That they were very nice, and the communication
Mm-hmm.
between different doctors, it was, yeah, very good, and they were very lovely. I think there were 3 ladies or girls, young ladies who work there and translate for the doctor.
Okay, so the doctors you spoke to didn't speak English that well, so there were translators available to
Yes.
translate between English and Georgian, probably.
Yes.
Okay, and that worked really well for you.
Yes, it worked really good.
Ah, well, that's really good to know.
And they listened also very good.
Okay, and what kind of tests did they do on you before they started treatment, or
They took blood
yeah,
and urine, and that was, I believe, the second day.
mm-hmm.
The first or the second day they took blood, but they already started the first day. They gave me the first day I had appointment later on that day. So I started the 5th of March.
Yeah.
With phages.
Okay.
So they already start phages before they.
So they start treatment right away.
Yeah. Before they had any results.
And how did you have to take those phages? Because I know they come in many different forms. They come in like to drink. You have the creams. You have injections. You have pills that go up your bum. What kind of
so
phages did they get?
I have the drinking phages.
Yeah.
And also the ointment, the cream.
The ointment. Okay. And how many times a day do you have to take them, or did you have to take them there?
So 3 times a day. So they gave me 2 types of phages. So one is a kind of cocktail of for different 5 different.
That's bacteria. The PO, right? The PO phages.
PO phages.
Okay.
And for the in between. So the PO phages I have to drink in the morning and in the evening, and in between there was another phage, and that was only the Staphylococcus.
Yeah, the specialized Staphylococcus mix. Yeah. And so you have to take those 3 times a day?
Yes.
Okay. And the creams, how many times a day did you have to put those on?
I had also a PO ointment, so the PO cream. And that was for that I had to use at night, so in the evening before I go to bed, and then.
And you put those on your hands.
Yes.
Okay.
And in the morning I used something else. It's not. It's not a phage cream or ointment.
Okay.
It was sort of prednisone cream.
Okay.
Or hormone cream.
Okay. And you don't have to use that anymore?
Yes, I have it for in the morning, and the PO ointment in the.
Okay, so they combine actually the regular medicine with the phages in your case.
Yes.
Okay, and that's pretty interesting.
They also gave me for 10 days, I believe. They gave me antihistamine. So.
Okay, as well.
Yes.
Oh, that's pretty interesting. And then they like build it off, and then
they
hope that the phage
for 10 days.
But normally when you would have taken like the steroid kind of creams, it didn't work for you, but now it did work.
No, it's not really steroid cream. It was more I told the doctor, and my home doctor, and he said that you have different types of this ointment, and this was a higher level. So this was more what is stronger, yeah.
Stronger. Okay. And Tessa is asking, how long did you have to be treated in Georgia? And after you were treated in Georgia, did you still have to take the phages in the Netherlands?
I was in Georgia for 2 weeks, and I had a treatment for 2 weeks. And I have also phages traveled home. So
Yeah, you had to take phages home.
yes, and they are in the fridge now, and for
You
another
showed
40
me.
days.
Yeah. Can you show us? Is it possible to pick up your camera and show us the boxes of phages?
Yeah, I can. I think I can.
And maybe show us how a bottle looks like, what it looks like, and maybe you can
Yes.
explain to us
Okay.
how you have to drink it.
So this is my fridge.
It looks like a pharmacy. You have a pharmacy fridge.
Yes. So it's
Okay, can you maybe show us a bottle with how a phage bottle looks like?
yes, I can. This is the ointment. Even kijken, waar is mijn camera? So I
Yes.
will look if I can.
So that's the ointment. So that's the cream you have to put on your
Yes.
hands.
Yeah, you cannot read it because it's in
It's
Georgian.
not sharp enough. Yeah,
It's
it's Georgian
Georgian.
and it's not sharp enough.
Oh, nee,
But
no. But I can. I will watch. So maybe you can see it now. It is also.
it's like a clear fluid. It's not. It doesn't have any color.
Yeah, this one is
Oh,
less
that's a little more
clear.
yellow. So the left one is that. Which one is that? That's the Staphylococcus.
This is the staphylococcus.
Yeah.
Maybe you can see it.
Yeah. And the other one is the PO, the yellow one.
The other one is the PO.
Okay, so I heard it was like breaking glass. You have to open them in a certain way, and then you have to drink it, right?
No, that's not really like an ampul. Ik weet niet what it is in English, but when you you cannot break the glass. You have to remove the what is folie? Dat metalen.
The foil.
Yeah. So you see it over
foil.
here. This metal.
Yeah.
You have to remove it.
Yeah.
With the scissors, or you have to cut it, and then under the metal there's a rubber. Dopje, gewoon een rubberen dopje.
Yeah, a rubber lid, a little rubber piece that you also have to take out before it's open.
Yeah, I saved the other one. So, even kijken where I am. Over here. So you can remove it.
It's like a rubber. Yeah, I see it. Oh, that's very easy. I thought it was breaking. I heard from some people that it was breaking glass.
No, I don't think you can break this glass. It's not like an ampul. You know, there is also in Dutch smaller glass, and then you can break the glass. But it is not. This is not the glass you can break. But this is the PO.
PO, yeah, I see it. The PO. So then you have to drink it. How does it taste?
Oh, really? Blech.
Can you compare it to anything? Because I heard different stories. I heard people saying it was like bouillon, and I heard people that said it is more like sewer water combined with ocean water combined with raw mushrooms.
Yeah, like that. Like that.
Like the last thing. Oh, then I'm in big trouble. I'm really bad at taking.
No, you can. It is not that much. It is 10 cc. So
it's not that much.
You can do it.
It's so interesting. Thank you so much for telling everything. So the doctors, did you in any point have had an idea that they were not specialized enough, that they were not real doctors? Because sometimes you hear with special treatments like this that maybe they're like quacks, or that they are like not like regular doctors. So how did you feel? How did they make you feel? Yeah, Tessa, I'm in for a treat. Yeah, a little bit like mushrooms, yeah, Morgan, they taste a little bit like raw mushrooms. So that's what she said. And also a little bit like ocean and sewer water.
Ja, slootwater gewoon.
Yeah, like it's from your pond water. That's how it tastes like. So at any point did you feel uncomfortable, or did you were like, oh, these people don't know what they are doing, or or did you have the feeling they were very professional?
So yeah, it's not the way in Holland. You know, we have when we talk about professional, there's a kind of distance between the patient and the patient, the client, or
Yeah.
what is it?
It's like business.
Yeah, yes, there's a distance. That is not in Georgia. They have not any distance like that. They are
It's a more
very,
personal approach.
yes, and they're very. I think maybe it's also de ja, wat is nou weer een taalbarrière?
There was a language barrier.
Yeah. So and then you talk more with your hands and with your body.
With your body, yeah.
Yeah, and then they're very kind and nice and lovely. And yeah, when you are emotional, they
Give you a hug and
and they give you the feeling that it will be okay, that everything is okay.
But medical wise, did you have at any point think, okay, these doctors don't know what they are doing, or were they like very specialized, very professional in that part?
Yeah, it's hard to say because they know what they are doing, but you do not speak the language of Georgia, so they are talking. And, yeah, then you hope that they
that they understand.
That they understand, but they will do the right thing for you.
Yeah, so they go above and beyond to make you feel better and to get you the right treatment. That's actually what you're meaning. Okay,
yeah,
that's really good. Morgan has a very valid question. How was the cost of the medicine? Was it pricey? So how much did you pay for the treatments?
So 3,900 euros.
Yeah, that's about $4,500 for 2 weeks of treatment, right?
Yes.
And that's including the phages that you had to take home?
Yes, and all of the tests.
Yeah, all the swabs and the blood tests and stuff that they are doing there. Okay. And how fast did you notice a change when you were taking the phages? So how many days you were like, okay, this is getting even better. I feel better, or
it's hard to say because first I started, before I went to Georgia, first I started with the glad skin, and the glad skin, it was really helping me a lot. So 5 days before I went to Georgia, I only used the cream of glad skin once a day. So instead of twice a day or 3 times, and then I once a day, and the weekend before I went to Eliava, I was already in Georgia. Then I didn't use the glad skin at all, and the skin became red and a little swollen again and itchy, and so and then I was Monday at Eliava, and Tuesday I started with the treatment, and I believe in 2 days the skin became calm already.
2 days. That's
from
pretty
outside.
fast.
That was from outside, and after 4 days, there the problem for the real problem from inside it came up.
Yeah.
So Yeah, it has it. I think you need really more time than 1 week, but you
Yeah.
can. But from outside, it was doing very well, but
And you explained to me
you could
that
see
that
that from inside, the problem was not stopped.
okay, okay. So you also talked to me that you met other Dutch people there, and
Yes,
that also people with like hidradenitis, like I have, and that you said for her it took longer to work, right?
yes, that's true. Maybe she thought that the treatment would work in a couple of days,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, that was a little hard for her because it was not working that fast. But
Okay.
um, um, in the first days, they checked her blood, and the last day they checked her blood again, and
Mm-hmm.
then the result says that ja, ontstekingswaarde.
Yeah, the infection that they tested in the
The
blood
amount,
was,
yes, the
yeah, the
amount of
amount of
the
infection.
infection. Yeah, the amount of the infections, it was half at the end.
Yeah,
So,
so you told me first it was like 40%, and then in the end it was
but
20%
yes,
after 2 weeks.
yes.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
and so maybe she could not feel it uh, immediately,
already.
but
Yeah,
the results were there.
yeah,
So
yeah, like
and
internal.
yeah, yes, and
Hmm.
and that makes her happy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
her
heard this more. I don't know if there are any. I think Morgan, she has hidradenitis suppurativa. She's watching us, and I think more people who are watching us have hidradenitis. And I heard from more hidradenitis patients who went to the Eliava clinic that it took about a month or even 2 months in some cases before they started to notice their infections going down. And
yeah.
I think it's pretty common because with eczema it's on really on top of the skin and in the first two layers of the skin. That's where the problem is. And with hidradenitis it's deeper, so before it's like taking on the root and really getting to the root of the problem. That's maybe why it takes longer to work. And it's not the same as an antibiotic shot or something like that. It really works differently
Yes,
than
but
a
I
normal medicine.
yes, but my type of eczema, it was not really it was also a little deeper, and
Okay.
you could see the problem coming from inside, and
Yeah.
then before the skin was healed, there you could see coming another the problem again. So
Yeah.
I know what you mean when you say with your disease that it
Yeah.
is more deeper in the layers
In the
of the
skin.
skin.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So this is like my hub question because with most medicine, there are very heavy side effects. Did you notice any side effects from the bacteriophages treatments?
I don't think so.
Nothing.
Nothing. No. The only thing maybe you could imagine is that when you had a lot of medication or medicine, um, your body is totally exhausted and tired of taking all the bad medication.
Yeah.
And now, and yeah, I don't believe there are side effects of phages.
This is one of the things that is most interesting about this treatment to me, that um, every single person I speak to, and I spoke to like loads of persons, not only with skin conditions like you have, but also people who had like bladder infections or cystic fibrosis or those kinds of things. Everybody says the same. This treatment, it works, but it has no side effects. It's almost like a miracle.
Yes, it is. It really is. But
It's so
I cannot
interesting.
believe it. Still cannot believe it because I believe for 4 weeks I do not have prednison and I have clean hands, so I cannot believe it. But
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
show the people your hands that they are like still clean.
Yeah.
They just look like normal hands, like nothing ever happened to them to me.
No, exactly. But I do feel some yeah, some pressure or on the under the skin. So
Yeah.
I yeah, I'm I'm not walking on eggshells, but I feel a little oh, if it was, I hope it will be okay, and I hope because now the treatment for me, it was 20 days drinking
Mm-hmm.
and using ointment, and
Yeah.
then a stop for 14
Okay.
days, and
Yeah,
then
so you have to take the bacteriophages for a couple of days,
and
and then you have to stop to prevent resistance from building,
yes.
right? Yeah.
So in, I believe, 1.5 week now, I have to start uh, drinking phages again. For
But
the,
how long are you off your phages now?
Sunday, last Sunday was the last day.
So you're now it's Wednesday, so for 3 days. So if you would have stopped with your prednisone for 3 days, would you have noticed?
Yes, yes.
So this is different for you. So you stop with the phages and you don't automatically have your hands filled with eczema again. But when you would have stopped with the prednisone, when you were only taking that, you would have, like, within a couple of hours, you would have already
No,
spots
not
on your
really a
hands.
couple of hours. En I try, ik weet niet zo goed wat afbouwen is in het Engels.
Um, um, oh, that's a very good question. So you have to build it off, like take less and less and less.
Yes. So and then the a good amount was 30 milligram of,
Milligrams, yeah,
yeah, of
prednisone.
prednisone. So when I went to 25 and then to 20, uh, there was not really a problem. But
Yeah,
when I took less than 20 milligram,
yeah,
uh, the problems came back, and I had to take prednisone every day. So I took it in the evening before I go to bed,
yeah,
before I went to bed,
yeah,
and then when there was sometimes enkele keer,
yeah,
2 times maybe in a half year, I
yeah,
I forgot
yeah,
prednisone, or I fell asleep at the couch or whatever.
yeah.
And then I wake up at night or in the morning, I felt it immediately.
Wow.
In,
But
I,
not with the phages. So now you're off your phages for 3 days because you have to stop to prevent the resistance from building up. Now you're 3 days off your phages, not taking. You're also not taking the cream.
yes, I use the cream,
Only the cream, so but not the
not the
drinking
drink, not
phages.
drinking the phages,
Okay,
but
but there's no difference for you.
not 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 really. So there are some points at my the top of my finger over here
Yeah,
and at my thumb,
yeah,
a little dry and a little hard.
yeah,
It's not really clean, so there is something, but what it is, I don't know. But it is something, and
yeah.
I feel it also a little
A little bit on your
in my
fingers,
on my skin.
but no itching or hurting or.
Not itchy, and also not not hurt, not painful, or but yeah, how do you say it? There is some little pressure from inside. So when you have
Yeah,
swollen fingers,
yeah,
when it is swollen, the skin is tight,
yeah,
or so you can feel something.
yeah.
But yeah, it is
But when do you have to start phages again now?
in 1.5 week.
Oh, 1.5 week. Okay, well, I really would like to keep posted, like in between when you don't take them, how you are doing, because it's
Yeah.
pretty
So
interesting.
I was a little scared that I have to go off the phages for 2 weeks. So I thought
Yeah,
maybe 1 week, then
Yeah.
then I can take the phages again, because I'm a little it is a little scary to have nothing.
Yeah.
So now I have only the cream. So I hope, yeah,
That does enough for like in the time being.
yes.
So Tessa is asking, when you have the results that you have now, will that be forever, or like with many medication, do you have to take phages every once in a while to make sure it stays this way?
So that was depending on if the treatment worked very well, or that the time it was working.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked the doctors in Eliava,
Yeah.
and they told me the reaction of your skin and the phages are that well. So they believe I have enough for one treatment. It costs
Which is about
60
4 to
days.
6 months, right? 4 to 6
Yeah,
months.
60
4 to 6
days, and
weeks.
in between 20 days you have a stop of 10, 14 days.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but they could not say, or they couldn't guarantee that it will not come back ever. So
Yeah.
I'm a patient of Eliava, so I can
Yeah.
call them, and if I need anything, I can ask.
Yeah, yeah, that's really good. But what the good thing is about this treatment, it has no side effects. So yes, okay, you have to pay for it, but other than that, it doesn't hurt you. So even if you would have to take it chronically, and then will stay, your problems would stay away. Do you think it's worth it to keep taking them, or do you think like, no, I'd rather have a medicine that is gonna cure me forever?
No, I prefer the phages.
Yeah, that's better, right? Than a chemical thing. That's also why I am willing to try this out, because it's not chemical, and it is working on many people,
But
and it has no side effects.
even when it was chemical, when you have a skin problem, or when you have a disease, or you want you want to find some medicine what works,
Yeah, and doesn't
and,
have that many side effects, because that's also a
with
thing.
less side effects, it's no problem at all.
Yeah,
But
yeah, exactly.
there, the side effects of the medication I took, it was really bad. So
Yeah,
it destroys a lot inside of your body.
yeah. So Morgan asks, so as far as the medicine that you have now, there are no side effects at this moment?
No,
Not any
zero.
single one, zero side effects. It still blows my mind every time that I
Yeah,
hear that.
really.
I get so
So
happy from it.
my face was twice as big like now, from now. So it's really
Because of
strange.
the prednisone.
Yes,
Yeah, and now with the phages, it's like normal, and
it's
you feel
normal.
normal. Do you
Yeah.
also have more energy at the moment than when you had before you started the phage treatment?
Um, I do think so, but I have also a lot of pain in my body. So from ja, wat zijn je bekken? Van je hips?
Your hips, yeah,
Yeah, from hips till the back of my knees.
yeah.
And I have a lot of pain. So I lose a lot of energy by, yeah.
And did you gain that pain from the medication you had from your dermatologist before you went to the Eliava clinic?
Sorry, your question?
Well, you're describing that you have a lot of pain from your hips down,
Yes. So
and
I think it
how
is
did
a
you
side
gain
effect
this?
of the prednisone.
Okay, okay, so maybe it will wear off after a while, or do you
Sorry?
think maybe that will go away after a while because you're
So I
not taking
hope, I
prednisone
really
anymore?
hope, yeah. Next week I will go to physiotherapy,
Mm-hmm.
and then I hope, I hope get off this pain, because it is. I want to go to work again, and yeah, this is not. This is not. I cannot run. Walking, and when I am sitting for a while and then I have to walk, then my body is in real pain. So
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah, this is also one
So
reason why I
there's
stopped the
also
prednisone.
leaking energy because
Yeah,
because I'm in pain. But
yeah,
there is definitely a difference between taking heavy medication and
yeah,
no.
and bacteriophages.
Yes.
Leslie is asking, did you only have eczema on your hands, and did you already have it as a kid?
No, I didn't have it as a kid. Um, um, I believe when I was 16, 15, I had some spots, one spot on my hand, and I thought it was because of um, jewels on my finger. So uh, yeah,
I
that
had that once around where my ring was. I had like an eczema spot, and then I took off the ring, and the problem was gone.
like that. So I had it like that, and then I believe in the period between my 20th and 30th age.
And you only had it on your hands.
Yes.
Yeah, only on your
And
hands.
it starts with little blisters uh, um, um, at the top of my fingers.
Yeah.
And it became more and more and more. And yeah. And suddenly there were years, it was a couple of months. And then
Mm-hmm.
there were years, it was 6 months from May till November or uh, so. And then because I'm a single mom, uh, um,
Kudos for that, by the way. Single
uh,
moms rock.
so it was a choice for me to get a single mom. So
Yeah.
I went to the clinic, and then I couldn't get pregnant that easy. So
Yeah.
I have to use some hormones,
Mm-hmm.
and then in 2015, I they bring back uh, a cryo, so it's
Yeah.
like an egg with
Yeah.
and there in February 2016 there was my little girl. So
Mm-hmm.
and 15 months after she was born,
Mm-hmm.
I get a real explosion, and it didn't stop.
Uh,
Explosion of
on your
blisters
hands. Yeah.
all over my hands. Yes.
It sounds really, really painful. And also hard, maybe, because, yeah, you wanted to be there for your daughter. I know all about that. But you probably
Yes.
had to leave a lot of things that you couldn't do because of your skin being that bad.
Yes. It was really. It was really sad. Yeah. It was not. It
Yeah.
was not a nice period.
No, I can imagine. Leslie is asking if you ever took later trextate? Nee.
Metotrexaat.
Later trexate.
No,
And
it's
if it
metotrexaat.
Oh, methotrexate. Maybe it's the same. She writes a different word, but maybe it's the same. Methotrexate. And she's asking if this really can work and can keep on working.
So they tried
Right.
everything and nothing was working. Nothing. So they used metotrexaat. They used Cicorin, cyclosporine, um, Toctino, and some moisture or some ointment
Mm.
to
And
leave
nothing
me
was
alone.
working that your normal
Nothing
Dutch
was working
dermatologist gave you.
except the prednisone.
Okay. So then when the Gladskin and the phages started working, what was your first reaction? Did you believe it?
It's unbelievable. Yes, no, it was really unbelievable. It was.
I think still now you find it hard to believe, and you're probably still afraid that it's just a fluke or a placebo effect or
Yes,
something like that.
yes. Those are the right words. I'm a little, wat is voorzichtig met je verwachtingen.
Yeah, you're very cautious with your hopes and with your
Yeah.
expectations toward this keeping on working, because you only have been using it for like a few months. With the Gladskin, you started with the Gladskin, which also contains a part of the phages and actually does the same as a bacteriophage. And then you started phage treatment, and now you're like you're only
Yeah,
back for a
like
week or so.
I'm waiting when it goes wrong.
Yeah, you're still waiting for the moment that you're
Did
taking phages and it just comes right up through it. Well, for you, I really hope that moment doesn't come. I know many people who have severe eczema like you have, that have been part of like the trial with the EMC, the Erasmus Medical Center is doing now with the staph effect from Gladskin. And I think they are busy for a year now or something with that study, and that I think those people that really did not get the placebo but the real Gladskin, that those people are still eczema free. So that's pretty good, right?
Yes.
So
Yes, it
really,
is.
it's something to hope on for in your case.
Yes, it is. So I'm a little scared, but yeah, it is unbelievable that I have clean hands now.
Yeah, well, I'm so happy for you. That's like
Thank you,
one
thank
thing
you.
I can say. So if you would say the Eliava clinic and the bacteriophage treatments, and somebody has a bacterial infection or hidradenitis or eczema or psoriasis, would you recommend them going there? And why
Immediately.
would you and why? What are the main reasons that you are saying, okay, this is worth it to go there?
Now because of um, when the Dutch doctors gave you, first of all, they do not listen to you. So when
Mm-hmm.
you want to find out what your problem is, you cannot discuss with them. So
Mm-hmm.
that is also, but when you have a good doctor, it is perfect. It's no problem at all. But the when you have a bacterial infection, um, um, today or tomorrow, the antibiotics will not work anymore.
No.
So, and I do know someone who had who has problems with health, but I don't know if it's a bacterial issue. So, but I also recommended, yeah, the phages.
But like for people, if they're watching this video and they have eczema, let's just talk about eczema, because now you're one of the persons who went there and who can say, well, this is working for me so far. If somebody with eczema is watching, would you recommend them going to the Eliava clinic or to any clinic that is giving out bacteriophages to use?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and also the Gladskin is also a really good.
Yes, now the Gladskin, really, the Gladskin. I already told some people nearby that they have to buy the Gladskin.
And the Gladskin also doesn't have any side effects that you noticed.
No,
None
they
whatsoever.
have there's also on the bottle of the ointment. They said they only kill the staphylococcus and the other bacterial
The good
the
bacteria,
good
like the skin
bacterial
flora.
yeah they so the skin can heal.
Yeah, the good bacteria are left alone with the bacteriophages, and the bad bacteria, the specific type of bacteria, are actually killed. And those are the bacteria that are causing many problems health-wise for many people.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I want to thank you so much for coming on and to telling us about your experience with the bacteriophages for skin problems. And well, maybe we can do this again in a couple of months to see if you're still doing well. And I'm really hoping for you. I'm praying for you that this will help for you and will keep on helping.
It's so nice. Thank you. I did it. It was a pleasure, and I hope you are have a good time in Georgia because
Thank you.
you are leaving in 2 weeks.
Yeah, a little less than 2 weeks. Leaving on actually the plane goes April 6th, and my first appointment in the clinic will be April 8th.
So
So it's pretty fast. It's like a week and a half or something. Yeah,
You
it's so
wait for
fast.
such a long time.
Yeah, I did wait for a long time. I'm excited and I'm also anxious at the same time.
So I totally understand because yeah, when you have to do your story over there, everything in your body says, "Here we go again. Here I
Yeah,
have to tell it again,"
yeah,
and nobody
yeah.
knows what it is. So why should they know what it is?
Yeah, exactly. It's almost hard to hope that it will help for me. And I know that many hidradenitis patients who have been there, they don't see a lot of physical, like outside physical results within those 2 weeks. So I'm not hoping that I will be back after 2 weeks and I'm like, oh, I'm completely inflammation free. That's not what I'm hoping on, but I hope to at least take phages for a year to try out what this does to me. And I already explained to you that I have doctors that are going to study me before, during the treatment to see what this does on HS. Also to maybe if it works, to get it like more studies done and more widely available all over the world. So Tessa is saying thanks everybody for all the information. Inge, I hope that the results will stay what you are hoping for and
Thank
that you
you.
won't have any bad eczema anymore. Thank you,
Thank
Tessa.
you.
You're so kind.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so, well, we'll close it up for tonight. I wish you a lovely evening. Everybody who's watching, I wish you a lovely day, evening, morning, from wherever you watch in the world. Thank you so much, Inge. You're amazing
Yeah.
and you're a true inspiration. So,
Thank you, you too. Thank you very much.
yes. Okay, well, have a nice day. Bye bye.
Bye.